Good morning, afternoon or evening, and welcome to another replay commentary analysis in Alpha 23 of 0AD. Today's match is between Chester / Chrstgtr, he goes by different pronunciations of that, and Stockfish. So just suffice to say, this is one of the best games that I've ever seen in my life, so I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy the commentary. And without further ado, let's just get ourselves into the game because it's an amazing one. And welcome to the game. Here we are in the sort of northwest. Chrstgtr. People tend to call him Chester, but I like Chrstgtr. That said, I'll call him Chester for the sake of ease. And in the south, as the Ptolemies, previously Chester is of the Britons, obviously. We have Stockfish, one of the top players in the game. Although Chester's also amongst them, so Stockfish is 2115 as it says there, and Chester's 2043, so certainly not miles apart. They've gone for quite similar sort of build orders, both focused on producing women early on. With the Ptolemies, the key is obviously going to be getting those houses up and basically producing as many women as possible and getting as much food, because the importance of wood is far lower because they don't need it for their houses. So let's see how he goes about. Is this house? Yeah, so is he going 3 people to a house, or is he going to go 1 to a house for 3? No, he's going 3 to a house. Strange one, but he's Stockfish defending against a potential slinger rush, basically doing this. So yeah, we've got one person going off over here now. So it looks like he's going to start building houses a bit more efficiently while he does that. In terms of upgrades, no berries upgrade. What does he see? Is there a reason that he doesn't see any additional berries? And I don't actually think. Yeah, there's a couple of little trees over here that he may want to pick up a bit later. He's aware of them, so he could go for that, but he doesn't have the upgrade for it. And he's 1 clear of Chester in population at this point. Chester has got this second set of berries, so he has gone for the upgrade to get the fruits, which you'd expect. So a sensible play for both of them. Neither of them producing cavalry, so I think the fact that there's the potential for both sides to make a rush has actually played into them both anticipating more from the other. So obviously you could get the slinger rush from the one side, and then from the Ptolemies we could expect a camel archer rush, but that is not the situation. So we've got 2 people playing actually quite defensively. We can see here he's building a farmstead, so he can go for these additional berries, but still hasn't gone for the upgrade. There's another fruit tree there, and another one around here that I'm not sure he's aware of. No, he's not aware of that yet. So perhaps if he sees there are some more berries, he'll make an effort to do that. But at this point, he's made a quick transition to farms, under 3 minutes. It's actually strange. I think Stockfish's reputation may well have preceded him and strangely caused this to be more defensive as well, following on from what I was just saying, because Stockfish is renowned for rushes in under 3 minutes with minimal troops. So say he's got camel archers, he would produce 4 or 5 camel archers, and that would be sufficient for him to then go and start causing hassle. To be fair, I've not seen him play as Ptolemies before, so it's generally been, if he's Romans, then he'll go for the Lancer cavalry rush, and if he's been Britons, he'll go for the slingers. And if you can see here, we have got the slingers coming. 2 more once they get another house up, and the house is now ready. So I think what we'll probably see is going to have to start transitioning to stone very, very quickly if he's going to keep the slinger production up. So he's got 2 more slingers there. No, he's got sufficient houses but not sufficient resources to make his way to phase 2. So let's see if he produces any spearmen. No, he is going just slingers. He's used up now all of his things, so he will have 10 come the end. Or it should be 12. Where's the... Oh, there they are. So yeah, he has his 12 slingers, which he got with the stone that he started, and then we'll see what moves on. But his approach is to move outwards. Chester's got some quite good wood lines. This one's a nice one, but its location, I suppose, is quite vulnerable, so he's trying to bunch things up together, making sure he's got protection for people. The second barracks very early on, that's interesting. I mean, Stockfish is roaring ahead in population, but I'm really quite shocked by that. The second barracks at this stage. I mean, it does bring this stone a bit further into play, but perhaps he just wants to put more storehouses up. Could be. Time will tell, I guess. So, what I will say, although I haven't done the intro yet, I'm sure I will have gone over this intro, is that this is an absolutely amazing game to watch. I watched it the other day, and it's, you know, it's quite long. It's over half an hour. I think over 40 minutes actually. But normally I kind of fast forward through bits of it, but once it gets going, my god, it is all action, and it's an incredible performance, one of the best displays that I've seen by a player. I won't tell you which one because that would kind of give it away, but I mean both players do particularly well. One is just the attack is absolutely superb, and the other one, the defense, is unbelievable to keep himself in the game. It's just great. Okay, here we go around the back. Anything going to come of this? Have we got any clever tricks? He's noticed there's no fields, or if there are, they're at the front. Nope, there are still no fields. So considering Stockfish has already got a fair few, what's he got? Yeah, he's fully transitioned into farming with his 4 there, and a little bit of food gathering from berries. There's not a great deal of hunt, which could have been what put him off. We've got a couple of sheep over here, and a few more sheep over there, and some deer. But I suppose from Stockfish's side, if he were to go with camel archers, it would be yeah, he'd have to find a way to sort of fund them. So, and here we go.
Yeah, see?
This is much more the Stockfish that we know and love and expect. So from Chesterspin, he has no idea what's coming, and he's quickly, oh, this is smart play. So using the camel archer to try and drag some people over before this attack. So let's look at this from both sides. Got 7 kills for Stockfish already to 1, and 2 the other way. He's lost he's lost his camel archer. Has he? No, he hasn't. No. So he suffered a couple of things. Sending the 3 women to fight out was probably the best of suggestions, particularly loaded down with wood as they were. He's got 91 wood there, and in true Stockfish style, he is not done with that. He's going to continue to attack. Chester's not aware of exactly what's coming. Now he is. This guy's going to suffer. No, he hasn't managed to do it. And he's putting house up. I thought he was putting a little tower. So trying to defend, and he just sends people back. And Stockfish returns to collecting resources. But, you know, 7.5 minutes gone, and despite having an attempt there, just kind of to attack, he's already on a population of 105, which is just a superb, superb population at this stage. And he knows there are these. I mean, this is one of the things that you can really learn from the very best players. I mean, look at that. He knows those berries are there. He knows those women are available, so take them out. And he actually ended up, I think. Okay, that went badly because he lost 2 people and didn't actually kill any. But the fact that he's constantly picking at weak points and kind of needling his opponent is just fantastic. We've now got 3 barracks, and a 4th is coming up, and he's barely got the resources to produce from them. I do wonder. I understand he's trying to bring more trees into play, but you've got this wood line back here. Is there really a need? Oh, and he's been round the back as well. Again, haven't killed anyone, but just continuing to harass and cause idle time. It's just like incredible to see. I love watching this sort of thing. This guy, will he survive? Can he just get inside the civic centre? He can. Got these 3 idle as well from Chester's perspective. What's he got? It is just those 3, but on a population of 97, or 100 now, which isn't the world's worst, but miles behind Stockfish, and this is smart play as well. Now, here he goes, watchtower done, and in comes another attack. Now this one, oh Christ, this is going to be absolutely brutal. Got a great combination. These pikemen are, I don't really like them at phase 1 particularly, but they are just tanks. They're so slow. In a game like this, he split up his forces really well, and they will just suck up damage while his skirmishers go on destroying the slingers. Only difficulty with this is that slingers are just so superb against other infantry, and it looks like he's struggling to get. The kills now are virtually neck and neck. And the populations are right back down. It's the first proper big fight that we've had. And just ducking in at the side there. He's got his watchtower, so he knows what's happening further back. There's a group of women, I think there are 15 women. That's what he was looking for all along. Now look at that. There were 15 of them. Now there are 13, 12. He should be able to take that down to virtually 0. But they're busy focusing on the wrong things, unfortunately for him. Shame. He wants to kill this spearman, but can he just get those women? They're crying out to be taken. He's done well to run his camel archers away. So Chester's right back down at population, only in the 50s. And Stockfish also lost a lot. I mean, we're at minute 10, we're still at phase 1 for both, and we've got almost 150 kills. And when this guy goes, if the camel archer went as well, that would actually have just pushed it. 149 kills in the first 11 minutes. It's just brutal. And the kind of relentlessness of those the attacks. We've gone now. Okay, Stockfish made it to phase 2. That is going to be a massive boost. As he can upgrade this tower. No, he's not at this stage. He's going to send some people out here. If Chester was able to, he could do something over there if he had some cavalry or something. Let's look at his thing. He's just got this very, very sort of strange, coming out straight forward line from his base, and he really needs to get to phase 2 to get those skirmishers. But his wood and his food look okay. He could do with a bit more food. Perhaps once these houses are done, he'll get himself into a better position in terms of food. But again, here we go, another watchtower. Very, very smart. He's determined to keep his eye on what's happening here. So he could, once he's got sufficient resources, he could get carrier pigeons as well, which would allow him to basically see into Chester's. As you can see, he's got eye of this wood line. This is now basically off limits, and the one over here would also take out this wood line. It's just lovely play. But my God, I didn't realise quite how far he'd actually built towards Stockfish. He's determined to take a huge amount of territory. So in terms of Stockfish himself, what are we looking at? He's just got his camel archers are doing nothing. As they're doing nothing, this one might as well be in the civic centre healing, but not currently. And he's just trying to produce to get himself back up to 100. In terms of population, and the fact that he has his market means that he can start bartering. So he's getting some stone. He's getting actually just some stone. I thought he was also getting metal. So that means that, let's have a look. Yeah, his stone and metal are through the floor at this point. So he's going to start producing just some more spanny kind of troops. So get rid of stop producing skirmishers and start producing what's just costing wood. I know he is producing skirmishers still. So if he was able to just produce the troops that require like no mineral resources, that would put him in a stronger position in order to phase up. And he's not. I mean, he is collecting a fair amount of metal. He's not got. Hasn't even got the first upgrade for metals. He's got enough. No, he hasn't actually. I mean, his economy management is superb. What do we have here? Oh, this is under attack. Okay, so that's unfortunate. He has got the upgrade, as I said, so you can see just how much of his base. That is tremendous. That is a great upgrade. Look at the distance that he can see. It's a shame this is going to be taken over. He's lost that, but Stockfish is not giving up without a fight. So from Chester's perspective, he's got 32 soldiers here, and of those, Jesus, most are pretty seriously. Not most, sorry. That's the wrong way around. Only a handful actually are seriously wounded. The rest are fine. Okay, so first onward expansion. This is great aggression from Stockfish, and he's done well to keep that just outside the range, even of the tower that he built. So Chester's still at phase 1. Amazing, really. So he still has this tower over here. He's got that covered. Back at home, he's got a couple of decent wood lines that will last him a while. Not got a huge amount of people collecting wood, it has to be said. He's moved a lot of people into a very advanced position. He's already able to age up if he could get the resources. But his plan, it looks like, if we look from Chester's perspective here, well, he knows that something's happened because he's seen that that expansion go up. So now he still needs to get to phase 2 to give himself a real chance here. So he's trying to get this as defendable as possible, and more soldiers are coming forward. He needs to really get some onward. Some expansions on here. Oh, what do we have here? A group of soldiers coming the other way. So there's a few people on this wood line, which obviously Stockfish is fully aware of. He knows, are they all women? I think they are. Let's just have a look. Yeah, so he's able to take advantage of that. Those women will be killed. Just absolutely brutal. But excellent. I mean, it shows the value of scouting and what that kind of knowledge can provide. So Chester finally gets himself up to phase 2 as well. He does have these 4 he's trying to produce as much as he can in the way. There you go. Here's the assassination I mentioned earlier. Great knowledge, bang. 250 food gone. And this one's going on to start. He's going to find himself in a bit of trouble if he just carries on, but he wants to take out this thing as the storehouse as well, which for the Britons is even worse because it not only stops him from collecting wood from here, but if he just takes it out, they get out. He seems to have lost interest in what's happening over here, so he may well not, but if he took that out, it would also hit. Is he going to? No, it's too late. Lost it. But idle time again, and now he's seen this other thing. He wants to get rid of this tower as well. So it looks like he's going to lose that watchtower, but in fairness, they've served their purpose. Both those watchtowers were very, very useful. So the main thing for Stockfish now, if he can get himself up to phase 3, he's still got a lot of idle citizens. If he can get himself to phase 3, this is where he'll be looking to launch his attacks from. Again, more they could do if he got the additional range. If he could get the wood together, that would be sweet. It would hit these wood lines and basically completely nullify those. They would become null and void. They just wouldn't be of any value. So the fact that he's doing a lot of bartering now tells me he's going to go up to phase 3, and he has done exactly that. We've got no upgrades yet on the armor or the bonuses, but he may be waiting until he's built a library in order to do that. So he is. Has he got women here as well? No, he doesn't. But he started getting some more farms. He's got 7. It's a 300 pop game, I think. Yeah, it's 300. So in order to, he's going to need a lot more farms than that, and particularly if he wants to get elephants, which a lot of people do want when they play as Ptolemies, because they can, in the right numbers, they can be pretty much unstoppable. And if you can support them sufficiently, there's very little that can be done to defend against that. So it looks like he's going to be sending his women to farm there, and in comes a bit of an assault. Is he going to try and take out this? Okay, phase 3 has happened, and now it's a case of can he take out the tower? Probably not before. Is he attacking it? No, he's not attacking people. So he could do with some people that just stood around. He could do with getting those guys in there, but he's just throwing people into the mix, causing chaos, which is very, very useful. I'm not quite sure why he's committing so much to this attack underneath this tower. I know it's not garrisoned, so it is garrisoned. Sorry, I couldn't even see the flag on this little flag. But it's not going to go his way. He needs to back off, get himself a fortress, and then, because Chester is now, and yeah, he's going absolutely for the fortress, and based on the amount of stone, he's making the quite sensible move to get catapults as well. Against slingers, if you can get a group of catapults on a defensive kind of position, the slingers can't really get near them. So with the splash damage, you can end up taking them all out like before anything's happened. Looks like another attack. We do. Yeah, if you doubted what I was saying at the start about this is just relentless, yeah, you should never have doubted me, because this is unbelievable. It's like watching one of Alistair's games. Yeah, certain people that are able to just completely keep on attacking. I mean, you know, again, this area not particularly well defended, so that just stops them from taking advantage of that wood, and that's going to, looking at it, it's going to cause an issue for Chester further down the line. He is really looking short of good wood lines. If you look back here, Stockfish has got one here, he's got one here. It looks like he's going to claim that territory. He's got the one over here. He's looking fine, but actually Chester can come out here, and in doing so he claims a lot of wood there, but he really does need to make sure that he does it. I mean, if Stockfish can get a military colony up here as well, it denies the territory. You know, I mean, that's one of the things I think a lot of Age of Empires players, particularly, it takes a long time to get to understand, but the importance of claiming territory through your buildings, even if it's not territory that you need. So for instance here, okay, Stockfish doesn't need that wood, so it's not about him claiming it, because he's got access to plenty of wood, but it does stop his opponent from claiming it, and his opponent is really short of wood, and Stockfish knows that. He's seen the map. So if we look, Stockfish is 100% aware that these two areas are going to be absolutely critical, which I suppose makes it a bit more surprising to me that he hasn't actually made an effort to claim that, because he could have just put you know, a military colony up here. All of this area suddenly becomes red territory, and it's very, very difficult for him to do. Oh, we've got a bit of action over here. As expected, catapults. So is he going to attempt to take over this tower? He's got the one catapult at the moment. And who's the hero he's gone for as well? He's gone for Cleopatra. So interesting. So Cleopatra will give you, make your people fire more quickly. So there she is, getting involved, and she will also help to take over this if she can get involved in that. But I think this is going to go down very quickly. Right, down here, just trying to stop. There's also that stone which he needs as well for the slingers, so trying to stop there. I do this all the time, move someone off, and it's you know, 941 out of 1,000, which is not ideal. So, okay, he's starting to pack things up and get them back. Chester's going to need to start producing some sword cavalry. Now he knows that there's siege coming. Oh, here they are. Finally. So yeah, he needs those sword cavalry if he's going to be able to take out the catapults. And it looks very much like the catapult's done exactly what he didn't want. This is where the pikemen are very useful defending those catapults. They will stop. But this is there actually. Now he's in trouble. Looks like this one's going to go down. Can he take it out? I don't know. They do just amazing. Over here on this thing, it's all go again. We've got some more watchtowers. I don't know who actually built them in the first place, but they're now Chester's because they weren't garrisoned. If they were Stockfishes or if Chester built them, then yeah, he built them. Good for him. In fact, yeah, we can see that there were Stockfishes unless Chester built them and then went for the upgrade. Oh, I'm back up here. They were right on top of the military colony there. A lot of soldiers, but they are going to be picked off as they go. So he's fought well to pull these guys back into to bring it back into contention. But now we've got elephants on the way and soldiers going on here, and now we've got another tower going up. So Chester trying to get this tower up to give himself a little bit of control over this area and perhaps push on to the military colony that Stockfish has now built. Now, if that had been just done a little bit earlier where that tower is, that would have been, well, game changing. And he could really do with getting this thing fixed. I have to take you back to the other battle. I'm afraid it's still ongoing. We've got the elephants looking a bit tentative, not really going for it. I wonder if he'll produce any bolt shooters, because the bolts are quite, well, not quite, they're very, very good defenders of catapults, and particularly against massed infantry they can be absolutely brutal. So this has gone up. These guys are going to, well, this guy, and I was going to say he's going to regret doing that, and indeed he does, because he's now dead. But yeah, relentless battles, and in they push again. So the elephant's taken out the tower there. These women are stood doing nothing. Could be getting some food or something. One of the elephants looks like it's died. These other guys are going to die. Will the elephant be able to? No, it would never survive against 56 slingers, so out they come. And these guys who have been tucked away, hiding, are now backing off, and they're backing off again. So Chester actually in front at this stage in terms of population, but in terms of being only at phase 2 as opposed to phase 3, he is behind. He is now finally moving to phase 3, so that will be, there will be a bit of a game changer once he gets there. If he can get a fortress up, he's got plenty of stone. He's managed to secure this extra stone, which is so useful. He's got this wood that he desperately needed. So at this stage, he's not in a terrible position. He's got plenty of stone. In terms of his his position in terms of resources, that CC has absolutely been tremendous for that. But he's also done well. Like, early on he claimed this stone, and sensibly, which may have looked odd to people, but he used that as his primary stone source early on, because paradoxically earlier on it wasn't going to come under this kind of bombardment, so it wasn't such an issue. Like, it was a lot of a safer resource, so he took that, and now he's falling back to this resource because this one's a lot safer and less likely to come under attack. But these catapults, it's brutal. Okay, we got the sword cavalry coming through again. Has he got any? I thought he might have got the upgrades, because he seems to be surviving really well. He needs to protect the catapults because they are doing an excellent job for him. Will he be able to do so? One of those horses is going down. It is. It's gone down. he going to be able to take out, I think, the other horse? Oh, wow. I never get that kind of luck that thing just survives. It always seems to be the other way around. The horse will get the horse, but it will be a fraction of a second after it's taken out by catapult. Okay, so we've got plenty of catapults here bombarding him. That's going to, if they continue to do that, their splash damage is going to cause immense difficulty trying to advance against that. Okay, he's taking out houses, which is fine. Down here, another advance. So, yeah, I mean, I can't really follow all this watching it, so how the hell the players are doing it while they play is unbelievable. So he backs these guys off sensibly. If we look at them, yeah, of the only 2 of those aren't on the cusp of death, so essentially brought those guys back. These come out, and if he gets, is he backing them off? He is. Oh, I thought he was really going for it then. So we have another tower as he advances ever closer into the territory of Chester. And the catapults are coming back. Down here, though, has he got another? Where did he put all those guys? I think he's just left them there. Unless there's another temple, but there isn't. Still no upgrades. What about on this side? No upgrades either. It's been such a relentless pace. Like, this battle's been going on, it seems, for about 20 minutes. But it has been so relentless that it's just been a case of constant reinforcement. You can see the barracks are all working overtime to get that. Chester's not so much. Chester looks like at this point he is struggling with resources a little bit. So his food, he's got the 9 fields. He's not, yeah, he's not got a lot of, oh, just I say, he's not got a lot of cavalry, so that's probably just about enough. Like, it's not ideal. You expect to have 10, really, but if he's going for cavalry, he needs more, and just I say that, find out that perhaps the reason that he's struggling for food with that is that he has been producing cavalry after all. So, God, these guys are, again, let's have a look at how many of these. Oh my word. Those guys all out of those. So what's the total? Let's take these guys out. So of those 79, 27 are seriously wounded. And this is going to not make it any easier for them. So he's starting to produce some spearmen. He's still got the sword cavalry. But they're coming under assault here, and if they get taken out, this is bad news for him. So he's got another temple, which will be very helpful. These guys, at least one of them, sure. This guy's got to die. He's got 4 health. Come on, surely he dies. This guy's like some kind of oh, he died. Just I was about to say, he's a Superman. How did he survive so long? He didn't. Yeah, you can't buy timing like that. Right. Down at this end, we have another fortress going up. We've got a fortress here as well, and we've got a nice hero coming out, and then the first of the rams. Okay, I don't know if there's going to be. It's keeping people as healthy as possible. They're trying to take this out, which they probably will do, but how many people are going to suffer for it? You know, there's a lot of these guys that are on the cusp of death, and as you get longer and longer into the game and resources start to get lower and lower, like Stockfish is struggling for food at this point, which the fact that he's got a field completely untended here isn't helping. He is finally getting the second food upgrade. I mean, only at this stage he's got the second food upgrade. It's so cheap as well, but that's how much he's been throwing into his military. It's gone, as expected. So we've got a load of people here. They are now fit and healthy. And we've got 2 elephants coming this way. Group of people here. Most of them are fit, not this guy. What's his health at? Where are you? Oh, this guy. Where are you gone? I swear there's a guy on like 1 health here. There he is. 2 health. Christ, and he's the advance is coming. He's going to be able. Is he managed to take over a barracks? To another fortress down here. No, so those elephants have come from the other fortresses, and they are part of a larger attack. If he needs those elephants to take out this ram, if they do that, then everyone's a winner. The decision making of the AI, there should be something that says if you are a ram, don't try and fight back against an elephant. Don't try and fight back against cavalry swordsmen. Just run away. If you're coming up against a skirmisher, if you come against anything that's not a building, just don't turn around and try and attack them. It should be built into the AI. In no world does it make sense for a ram set. It's the same as when you've got people attacking a catapult as it's running away, and then it decides, well, the best thing to do is to unpack, because they're very close to me, so there's no way I can attack them back, but I'll unpack. It's madness. And down here, while that's been going on, the elephants are now pushing onto the thing. It's just got the 2 elephants. Will that be sufficient? I'm not sure that's going to take it down. Oh, but these 2 probably will. He needs to just get in there. He needs to be attacking this guy. I don't know what his bonus is. He gives healing, and he's a sword cav. So everyone likes a sword cav. Okay, that's not the best thing to take out a elephant with, and that's the end of that, I believe. So while that fortress goes down, let's just check it does, and it does. Over here, he's had to pull people away from this fight to try and defend this one, but he's pulling his elephants back with the intention, I suppose, of trying to get these guys, get rid of them, and in doing so, he'll be able to advance with his elephants. Again, is this it's another tower going up, so he's determined to take this, and he wanted that tower, but not that badly, which is interesting, because if he got that, he'd be able to see all the way to the second civic centre there. Okay, elephants coming again. Is Chester aware of this? He is. He's now going to be able to see them, unless he missed it, in which case they're out of sight now. But it's one of the things that the very best players are able to do, and it's to maintain these 2 flank attack. Chester is being pulled from side to side, but amazingly, he's certainly not out of this game. He's not in a great position, admittedly, and we're now starting to see the end of those the wood that he got with his expansion, and having lost his civic centre, having lost his fortress, that also doesn't place him in the best of positions. But nonetheless, the fact that he has managed to survive this for as long as he has is just incredible. Oh my god, how much stone are they holding? Nearly 300 stone. Another 10 slingers there. Is this elephants coming through? It is. The elephants changed their mind. Now they've seen that is populated, and he's got a load of healers. They could do with standing a little bit closer to these guys. They're not actually healing anyone at the moment. There's a little bit of a fight going on there, and a few skirmishers just being annoying around here. They will soon be dead. We've got yet another tower going up. We do indeed. Okay, Cleopatra is just going to try and take it all on herself. Wow, she took over that house without even trying. Look at that. Look at the arrows going, firing back. But he's determined to take this wood, and Chester is down to 300 wood. So, despite the fact he's got lots of stone available, he's still having to barter for stone. Is this another fortress? It is. There's a more advanced fortress, and there is a large-scale attack coming on here. This is something that Chester's not going to be able to withstand. Or is he? He's sending a lot of people now, but I don't think it's going to be sufficient with these catapults and the elephants as well. And in they come on this side. Having seen that, change direction and bang, that's an attack from the other side. Okay, Civic Centre is really taking a battering. These 3 elephants coupled with the catapult should bring it down in no time at all. It's one of the unfortunate things. Oh god, all the elephants died at once. But yeah, the thing with Britons is, yeah, they're very, very fast developing. Yeah, and all of that. They've got loads of positives in that thing if you can get yourself through early enough. But they're building some like rubbish. They just 2,000 hit points on SCC, and if we look, that's I think only the same as the military colony here. Yeah, so their CC is as good as a military colony, so it's 50%. Like the other ones are 50% better. He's trying to get his catapult to safety, but wasn't able to do it. Somehow he still retains all this territory. I'm not quite sure how that's worked, but just trying to push on. Is he going to be able to do? He's now got some bolts coming in. The bolts will. He's put those back away. These guys are in trouble, and here we go again. Another attack. It has been literally non-stop from Stockfish. There's just, yeah, it's just unbelievable. But I think if the elephants and everything deny this, then you can, yeah, say goodbye to it. Like the game, the elephants have denied that. Even though they tried to build it in a place where it would be in a stronger position to defend it, taking out some elephants, and they're backing up, and another barracks comes in. Here we go, and another big battle going to take place now, or not take place. Who knows? I mean, I know it's not going to take place, and you know that as well. You just saw them back off. So here we go. There's more. So will this go up this time? It looks like he's allowing it in exchange for destroying some other buildings. He needs that because he needs the rams. If he can get the rams and keep the elephants away, he's looking. Yeah, that could be the end. How many? What's this battle looking like? 134. It's probably slightly in favour of Chester, particularly as he's trying to bring his cavalry round to end the catapult onslaught. In the centre, oh, it'll begin. Like he's starting now to take out the barracks, so he's going to be unable to reinforce. He does have he's got a nice barracks, an additional one for himself here. It's looking increasingly like this is time to read the last rites on Chester's game here. Yeah, how's he going to reinforce? He's got no barracks. We should start to see his population dropping through the floor very shortly because there's nowhere for him to reinforce from. And Stockfish has even claimed this wood, which was something that Chester needed really badly. Although Chester's got actually a massive surplus of wood at this point. The house just is taken out by the elephant. He might take out another one before he dies. No, he's not going to. He's gone. But he's trying what he can, but isn't he short of stone? He is short of stone, and yet he's not mining the stone that he has. And he needs to start building barracks, but the thing is the barracks all cost 100% wood, and unfortunately for Chester, he needs that wood to then build the soldiers. But he could get a few barracks up, which he's now done, and he needs to start mining the stone as quickly as possible. Getting some resources together there to make some rams. No, to not make some rams. He's decided against that. Is he really not going to make any rams? Oh, he's going to make 2 rams. So he wants 3 at once. And this is kind of last chance saloon. Those rams need to come in and they need to cause absolute mayhem, which means he needs to take out, first of all, I mean, he has got a few of the swordsmen, doesn't have the upgrade. Could get it though now if he wanted, so that would then turn them, basically would give them the same stats as Chrstgtr commandos, which would be perfect for taking down rams. On this end, I mean, has he got, where is it? Still no upgrades, no need. Still no upgrades. It's just the, yeah, looked like he was going to send in the elephants, decided against it, but instead he's coming through this way, and this is a pretty big force. Is it possible to survive this one? So he's trying to make the push. Here, in they come, trying to force back the elephants. He needs to keep, well, basically needs to take out the elephants. If he can keep out the elephants, then he's taken one, but he's having to pull his rams back. So yeah, it's not like an alien. It's not like pull your men back, go on, yeah, get him out of there. Yeah, he's just actually done it. So he's like Ripley taking control there. Okay, here he goes. We've got that, but look at this. Civic Centre just completely bypassed it, and his effort to push on means that he's basically losing this side. Will they? He's got some swordsmen, and he's now got an elephant. He's got a barracks right in the centre. If he goes and takes another barracks, he starts to get a bit of territory as well. He did there. Okay, they've taken out the elephant, so there's a good chance. Okay, at that point, although the game ends, that's where Chester resigned. I think he realised this was unstoppable. And in fact, he just spawned 2 more elephants, and he's got this one ram. He may well have been able to take out. The hero was doing a good job of distracting the swordsman who he wanted to take out that, so he may well have taken out this fortress, but all in all, where do you go from there? His population's almost half what Stockfish's was. Just in terms of a game, absolutely awesome, just breathtaking. And let's have a look at some of the stats. This is amazing. So trained 814, killed 566, lost 538, very, very equal there. But if we look here, in terms of total score, Stockfish was always ahead, but Chester was never fully out of it. The real difference was as the economy, as it went on. You can see there, if we look at the military, actually Chester was ahead, it says the whole time, so it was very much the economy that was causing the problems. And yeah, fight ratio, very similar, but that was what again was causing, I think, the discrepancy in the in terms of the military. He was constantly fighting, so not just his military, sorry, but also his economy, with the fact that everyone was fighting constantly. In terms of the market, what have we got here? Stockfish with better barter efficiency. Not exactly sure what that means, but I'm guessing it's to do with the rate that you get for your resources. If it is, then he got better prices. And in terms of resources, Stockfish gathered more of everything. And as soon as I say everything, the first thing, he didn't gather more. He didn't gather more food, but he did gather more wood, which was absolutely critical. He gathered less stone, which makes sense, but look at how much more metal, and that was just useful. And then look at the amount of loot, bloody hell, incredible, just absolutely incredible. Even the kill deaths ratio are virtually identical. Great game, very, very like weirdly the stats kind of show that it's quite even, but actually I think Stockfish was in control all the way and played it brilliantly. But Chester, what a defense to keep that going for 42 minutes when it could have been over after about 15. It's just unbelievable. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Anyway, I don't really make a lot of these kind of videos so much anymore. I prefer more tutorial ones, but this game, when I saw it, I just loved it and was like, I wanted to do a commentary on it and bring it to you guys. So thanks for watching, and yeah, as always, obrigado e adeus. Ciao.